Okay, today we're going to do a gearbox oil change on my 2000 BMW R1100RT. Not too difficult to do. On the right side of the bike we have two plugs. One here, see if we can highlight those. We got one there and one inside that tunnel. This is going to be the fill, this is going to be the drain. So what we're going to need is a torque wrench, another wrench with an extension on it, a long extension, 13mm socket, an 8mm Allen driver. We're going to need our gear oil, and we're going to need replacement crush washers. So first thing we're going to do is we've already taken the bike out, given it a ride, gotten everything warmed up. Then we've got to kind of create a little trough. So what I use is cardboard from the oil filter and fit that in there. Hopefully you can see that. So we're going to fit that in there so that it makes just a little trough for when the oil comes out, so it doesn't get all on the bike, on the gear selector, and theoretically channel this down into the pan. So we'll get that off. And there we go. Alright, now since I'm recording this, I will probably screw it up and get oil all over. Oh, look at that, it worked. Okay, so we'll let that drain. That's working well. And we will take the drain plug off, or the fill plug that is. Make sure your driver sits in there completely. Take this off, allows air to flow, and really gets all that out. Okay. Now, as I take this off, and as I drop it, okay. You're going to see on here, there is what is called a crush washer. BMW loves their crush washers. So, this little sucker right here, you have to replace this. This is 50 cents. Spend the big money. Have to replace it every time. This is going to be on the oil fill, or on the drain fill, on the gear oil. All of that needs to be replaced. So, make sure we set the bad one aside so we don't reuse that. Got a new one. There's basically, the bike uses two different sizes of crush washers. They're called 200s and 300s, based on their model number, I believe. And we can see, yep, there's the right size. Put the bad one away. And I've still got that bolt sitting in there. Let's see if we can get that sucker out. He's being stubborn. Alright, let's see if we can reach it. There we go. And it also has a crush washer on it, which has to get replaced. Now there's also a magnet at the end of the plug, and that is to collect any loose metal shavings, particles, whatnot. So just make sure you clean that off, because you don't want to be putting that crap back in there. In fact, I think I'll shoot it with the blowgun. Alrighty, gunk. Alright, got that. Make sure that's all nice and tidy. We'll get the new crush washer on the fill, or on the drain plug, that is. And it's just about, I'd say that's it. Alright, get this in there. Now, if you haven't gotten one already, you really should invest in a aftermarket manual, Haynes manual, or a Climber manual. They are going to list all the different areas of service that the bike needs, how to do it, things to look out for. Some are more complete than others, some will miss it, pick it up on the other book, whatever. But more importantly, they're going to list your fluid amounts, types of fluids, and your torque settings. Everything on this bike gets torque. Germans love torque. The engineers kind of go nutso with it. So, these need to be torqued to spec. That's where torque wrench comes in if you've never used one. So for the drain plug, this takes a torque setting of 30 Newton meters. We will not use foot pounds because of the German's bike. So we will set this to 30. And there we go. Put the sucker on there. I think we're done with that. Come on. Alright, this is getting bothersome. Here we go. Let's try this again professionally. There we go. So we're just going to crank this until the torque wrench clicks. And we want to do it slow because this is crushing the washer we put on there. And you can feel it as it just crushed now. Right there. I got my click. That's it. Set. So now we need to fill it, and it calls for 0.8 liters of gear oil. Today we're using Spectro hypoid gear lubricant. This is good. Used it before. I've also used Motul a lot. And is there a difference? I sure as hell can't tell. But what I do like is the cool bottle, because it's got a pour spout that pulls out, and the Spectro doesn't. So after you've finished using this, keep the bottle, fill it up with your 0.8 liters, use the spout, you're good to go. We've got a little scale right there. Alright, there we are, 0.8 liters. And you'll see in a minute why this makes it a lot easier. Oops. So now we can just put this right in the fill and give the bottle a squeeze. A lot cleaner. You don't have to be screwing around with a any kind of funnel. And Enjoying yourself? Isn't this fun? Pouring oil. Alrighty. We are done. And you can tell because it really takes it right up to the edge, so you're gonna get a little drippage. We have seepage, people. Now we're gonna put the filler plug back on. We've got our new crush washer. Get that started. Now the fill takes 23 Newton meters, so we're gonna back this down. 3. That's it. Done. And we're all set. So as you can see, it's not difficult to do. Don't be intimidated by it. Yeah, there are a lot of things that you're going to want to take your BMW into the dealership for, or to a good licensed mechanic. But it's also good to do a bunch on your own. One with the bike. So that's it. See you next time.